Look, I'm not sure whether this is a good idea to do it. You know, when you start having a go at people, some people get bent up out of shape. Do I really have to do this video? So, it's a new week, and we have a lot to get through this week. I don't know whether you are quite ready. Do are you sorted and ready to crack on and get involved? He's even got himself people who will hoover his body. He thinks he's a star. He thinks he's in friggin' Hollywood. But anyway, let's get on with it. So look, what's been happening over the weekend? So Dom Wells's relation has had a little interview and pretty much dropped Don on his head, which would appear it's not the first time, because I think Don Wells was potentially dropped on his head at birth, and it's given him this false sense of security and false sense of the things that he do are not wrong. And I don't know whether he's just overly arrogant, but what I do pick up from it is that Don's not as stupid as people think. He made comments when he had a phone call and he was talking to another family member, and they were talking about the fact that, look, these charges are coming, you're going to get pulled up on this, and he was kind of fighting his battle and kind of blaming a 5-year-old for instigating things. What do you think of that? Yeah, pretty much my thoughts too. Look, but he'd also said, how are they going to trial it? What they're going to do? Take me to juvenile court? So he'd obviously, that is what he thought in his head would be the case, because he felt that he was a juvenile at the time, that they would have to trial him in juvenile court. But it shows you that he'd thought about it. That wasn't a straight off the bat thing. It was something that he'd considered. But look, what does it tell you about this guy? When he's talking about things, this guy is arrogant. This guy is an arrogant monster, and it does open the door to the potential of many, many other things that he's potentially been involved in. And, the more we delve into this family and the things that surrounded Summer, the more you concern yourself. But look, and this is my thoughts and feelings on this. Look, I don't want Don to get away with anything that he's done, and it's disgusting what he's done. But what we're seeing here again is people who state that they didn't know anything about Don, what he was capable of. They didn't say anything, and, they've all of a sudden come forward. And look, and, I have to be careful when I say this, don't I? Yeah, because, look, I don't want to take away anything from what Don has done, because it's diabolical what he's done, and he deserves all of the punishment in the world for doing it. But yet again, we've seen people coming out and telling people what happened to them at a time that is too late. It's closing the stable door after the horse has bolted again, because a little girl has gone missing. And these people can say what they like about, the suffering, and I get that, I know, but you're then coming on to YouTube again and explaining the whole situation and the whole story on the social media platform. And I don't get it. I don't get how you can go from being in that situation that's disgusting and going to law enforcement and doing all that, but then coming onto a social media platform and getting embroiled in what you've seen as nothing but pandemonium, which is what it is. It's complete and utter pandemonium around this case. And this now just adds to it. It just adds complete pandemonium to it. I don't see how coming onto social media at this stage helps Summer. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to help Summer. And all of these things that are happening around this case are not doing that. They're just muddying the waters. A lot of people can come out and they can speculate and they can talk about what they think happened, what their interpretation of this entire mess is. But when you're talking about people who have true cases to be looked into that are going to be the bread and butter, if you like, to Don and potentially Candace as well being brought to justice, this isn't going to do it. This isn't going to do it. Saying that you knew nothing and knew nothing for years and you're only now coming forward because of another reason. I just wish that more and more people would be able to come out when it really matters and stop things from happening. Stop monsters from hurting more and more people. So I urge you now, if you're someone who's suffering or suffered at the hands of someone and you haven't spoken out, do it. Speak out before someone else is hurt. And look, this is what this has got to be about. We've got to be better. Everyone has got to be better at protecting people, because it seems to me that nobody wants to protect anyone. Jose Roman watched things happen and didn't do anything, and he came to YouTube to tell his story. Well, look, he tugged at the heartstrings of a lot of people, but what did he do for Summer? How did he help her? Nothing. He did nothing. And any question of any importance, he deflected, and he simply embellished on stuff to pull at the heartstrings of people. And then we see this recent thing with Don's family and the accusations they've brought forward, and not taking anything away from the importance of that, like I stated earlier. But why? Why now? Why are we doing it now? And why are we doing it in this method? Why can't we go to law enforcement, tell them everything we know, and walk away? Because all I see is people trying to add to the pandemonium. And I hope you do get justice, I truly do, because that is, all of this that's happened to you is utter despicable. But I question certain elements of it with regards to how it was done, and that's all. And now I'm going to go in a bomb shelter because I'm going to get hit by bombs, aren't I? Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.